Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back in to PMDG 77700 in KLM colours this time. So today taking flights from London Heathrow to Amsterdam Schipol. Flight time about 40-45 minutes today, give or take a few. Should be a pretty good trip. Again, good weather, good clear skies today. Should be a pretty standard trip nonetheless. So, set the aircraft up, process for departure. I've spent a bit of time to them to just head now, so I have learned a few new things and new systems just to get the aircraft more up and running, and hopefully this time should be a little bit smoother than the in which we had into Gatwick last time we take flights in the 7-3. So let's say KLM colours today, KLM flights 1010, 7700 from London to Amsterdam. Jump to the cockpit and set our aircraft up. Like I say, very excited for this one. Hopefully should be a pretty good trip overall. I've also worked on setting a little bit, so hopefully the frame rate should stick around a little bit nicer than the last flight we had as well to Gatwick, so frame rate should stay it's around 30 on the Heathrow bit. Once we're airborne, it'll be nice and smooth again, but as I always find Heathrow and Gatwick to be a little bit slow on my system when it comes to frame rates. But so far, a little bit slow, but not terrible. Right, batteries up and emergency lights armed. Going to set the two. Actually turn the ground power on first, I think, as well. It's quite handy. Set the two RS switches to nav. Also packs so that we get some air conditioning the aircraft on the ground. Fuel pumps will leave off now to the aircraft needs to be refueled. Everything stays off as it's not currently required. That's a steady. Anti-collision lights are required. Leg lights are required since it's the day outside. Right, we're going to wait for the systems to come to life. Display should all come on very shortly. Hopefully they are active. On the ground power, on the battery, yeah, they should in theory come online shortly. So wait for that, FMC, go to position initialization, flying on departure, okay, Golf Lima Lima. And we'll also grab our position on the GPS apparently. Let's hold that back. Batteries on, standby power automatic, emergency lights armed, ground power unit should be set. There we go. Just wait. But so interestingly enough, for some reason, the GPS not actually appearing for the position reference. So what I will do is I presume last position is our current position anyway, because what 26 is yeah, okay, we'll take that then, and we'll use that as our RS position. So that's the current time and day. That's correct. Well, I should have Sims also its live time. There we go. Perfect. Right, next page. Finally got that loaded. There you go. Right. Head over to the routes, plug in our routing, but before we do that, we're going to go to the menu. That's all down on the co-pilot side because that's what we're going to FMS, isn't it? Actually, now do stuff on the second side. So go to FS Action, go to ground service. We are going to start with the fueling. So after requirement today is 5035. Call a fuel truck over. 5035. That goes into there. And once the truck arrives, we'll then start fueling the aircraft. Aircraft's connected to jet bridge at the moment, so we can input our passenger numbers. Passenger today is 135, so 135 goes into there. And boarding can start. Since we've got the aircraft up, we'll leave the seatbelt signs off in the meantime, since we need our passengers to escape in case of fire. And as for cargo, 3,400 aircraft, so 3/4 divided by 2, 1,700 both sides, so 1700 and 1700. We will reduce capacity, okay, in that case 1600, and another 100 on top there, so 1800. I'm going to request the loaders and the carts. I believe the rear will be held and the cart will be held. So the loader's going to arrive first. The cart's going to be held for the loader to arrive. The rear will be held because the fuel trucks can take their space. So it's all kind of procedural. You've got to do things in the correct order. It's our fueling now because the fuel truck's blocking at the rear part essentially, and therefore you need to wait for the the fuel to finish first, and then we get the loaders in. So everything's got to be done in order. The PMDG. And the FMS will walk you through each step, each process, as the aircraft is, as you get closer to your departure, I guess. There you KLM 700 here at London Heathrow, looking very, very good indeed. 737, we need that. Probably not. Right, I'll leave you on the ground setup. We'll now jump to our main FMS and start looking at our routes. In fact, also at the same time, I'll also get passenger orders as well, so start our flights. London to Amsterdam, KLM 1010, 29,000 cruise, flight time 50 minutes. Departure in approximately 20. What's on this side? Started 55, didn't we? So departing at 25 past, which makes it 22 minutes. Centre 700 with 135 passengers. Just confirm that number 135, which is correct. Yes, there is Wi-Fi, KLM aircraft, no entertainments. We don't have boarding music. We have got KLM safety briefing, which I'll be using. Yes to snacks, no to the meals. Customs not required. Flight numbers will continue. And let's start boarding. Right, Echo Golf Lima Lima to Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Jetways, depends on jetway, which one you go really. Some jetways will connect to the aircraft naturally, some are a little bit offset, so it really comes down to the aircraft, or even the standard design. But this is modded, this is the iniScene Heathrow, so they are using custom jet bridges. Right, so starting our first waypoint, which is Brickman's Park at Bravo Papa Kilo. I'm going to stick it as the VR Brickman's Park. From there, we've got to go back to 2905 to Brain, Mike 197 to Redford. And that's the end of our flight plan. So departing Brickman's Park, 7 short departure, runway 27 right, landing on the Redford one after arrival, runway 27. So let's get that as our flight plan. Head over to our departure. Before we do that, let's listen to the ATIS and listen to our weather on the way out.
Winds 250, temperature 15 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1019, at 11 knots gusting to 22 knots.
Cool, quite windy today at Heathrow.
220 to 300, visibility 10 kilometers, few clouds at 3,900 feet. Winds 25.
Yeah, so a bit windy, but for the most part good visibility, and it should be a pretty simple departure route. Brain, I don't know actually, let's double check. Brain is yes, I'd say. No, it's Rotterdam. Braintree, I know it's nearby Braintree. There you go, Braintree's not so kind of. Brain's kind of Braintree area. I think that might be Braintree just for the sake of a reference. Right, so that's our weather sorted. Squawk H in, runway 27 right, also there's our runway to departure. So we 27 right, Park 7 for departure. Execute that. Head over to the performance utilization. Our zero fuel weight we can pull from the aircraft, or at least from our flight plan is 52.2. Our reserve fuel on board today is going to be 2.3. Our cost index today, let's grab the KLM cost index. KLM use 15, the 737, 15. Oops. Cruising altitude flights level 290. The aircraft's optimum is 289, so pretty much bang onto that. And the cruising wind today on the flight plan. Cruising winds, top of climb is 290, so it's 248 at 51. 248 at 51 knots. That goes there. So you can see that drops the optimum a lot actually. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. And that is us ready to go. Right, M on limits, going to use a lower takeoff D rates for medium climb performance. Again, runway, Heathrow's plenty long enough, we can use, well, a lot of that if we need to. And finally, takeoff, we can use 5 degrees of flaps, centre of gravity from the aeroplane, 20.1, which is a trim of 638, and QRH 125, 126, and V2 132. So 638 goes into the trim. I have also figured out spoilers. You can finally, well, drop them all using the slash key. I'd much prefer using it on the hardware, but knowing that the key exists does make life a lot easier for me. So, yes, you can use the slash key on the keyboard, and that will also deploy the spoilers, I guess, a traditional way of keyboard bindings. Right, it's V2 132, that goes into there. And altitude, there's no ATC today, so we go straight to cruising altitude level 290. I've done the fueling, so get rid of the fuel truck now, and we can then request, or at least wait for the last of the package to board. So it's 290 on the pressurization. Hydraulic pumps can come on, as can the window heats and probe heats. Your DAPA comes on, and we can also start the APU now, since we have fuel in the aeroplane. Seatbelts come on, and again, aircraft and fuels. For the most part, we've got most passengers on board now. There's a few left to still board, but most of them are online now. Most of them should be able to get ourselves airborne very shortly. We'll greet passengers in a second, and then we'll get our, well, pushback clearance in departure out of stand. So, we are at stand, whoops, wrong button. We are at stand, was it 317? If we're taxiing to the runways, grab our charts for Heathrow. So departure on the, grab taxi charts first, so taxi charts. Departure 7 right. Grab our SIDs for the Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot. So, do we go south and around, or do we go up and right? Because we're down here at Pier 7 right now, so to be fair, Bravo, yeah, so Bravo, hold Titan, Alpha, yeah, we'll do Bravo into Alpha, so Bravo, Alpha, holding short, Alpha 3, and then we get a choice, we can either then use Alpha down here to push north, or we can do it by Titan, link to 1, then Alpha into Alpha 3. So that's all set. Runway departure is 27 right. Brooklands Park 7 departure. And that's all good to go. Perfect. Passengers have boarded, thank you very much, cabin crew. We can release the forward loaders since they're all finished. Jetway, can get rid of the U since you're not required anymore. The rest there, passenger boarded. Didn't any maintenance services, the aircraft was there overnight, so that's all fine. And I think, for the most part, yeah, it's just the last bit of baggage to the rear. Got to board first, well, board now. Since that's finished, we are then good to go. Great passengers. How's the IRS doing as well? How many more minutes do you want? You are aligned. Ah, we've got Heathrow Tower. Thank you very much. We'll speak to you very shortly. Let's wait for the A to stick up online. Information Bravo is the active. Alright, let's say hello, shall we? So we need to contact Tower on 118.505. 118.505. So we've got units for the actual boarding complete now, or this loading complete for the cargo, so ATC is skills units for the sake of chit chats. So we are stand 317, type 737 with information Bravo. Good morning, Heathrow Tower. This is KLM 1010 at stand 317 with information Bravo, requesting clearance to Amsterdam Schipol.
KLM 1010 Heathrow Tower, hello, European destination, Brooklands Park 7 Golf, depart runway 27 left. Initial climb 6,000 feet and squawk 6206.
KLM 1010 is clear destination via the Britain's Park 7 for departure. Runway 27 left, initial climb will be 6,000 feet with a squawk of 6206. Right, it's got a runway change, which is
KLM
fine.
1010, correction of Britain's Park 7 Golf departure, runway 27 left.
Britain's Park 7 Golf for runway 27 left, KLM 1010. Right, so
KLM
27 left, Britain's Park 7 Golf. Go to view then, don't need that anymore. Need to do our takeoff weights again since we are changing the runway. So once again, we do D-rate 2, climb performance 1, and takeoff speeds again, saying 125, 126, and 132. That's all fine. Cool. So that's our new departure sorted. We have got initial climb now 6,000 feet, so let's go all the way back down again. Yes, we are on Volanta with Rodinho. We are using Volanta. Sorry, I'm never going to pronounce your name correctly. Rodinho. Is that just meant to be Rodinho? Or Naldinho? Sorry. Yes, forward cargo's already loaded, Caleb. That's already done. That's already got the targets. Oh. Oh, is it not? Has it not loaded? Okay. The forward cargo as well. I didn't realise that it hadn't even loaded that yet. Of course, Navigraph has been way off without the forward cargo on board. Oh, again, thank you ATC for giving us more time on the ground to set everything up. Right, so if we need to return back to Heathrow, runway 27 right with the landing runway, so what I will do is we set up the course for the return. So say if we need to, if we have an issue, an emergency or whatever, I need to return to Heathrow, and the course will be 269, 269. Heading 269. And the frequency 110.3. So yeah, only use this in case of emergencies. Hopefully we won't have to do anything today, but just in case we need it. Right, so that is the aircraft configured. We're just waiting for the last of the baggage to load into the aircrafts. Yeah, you take your time, carts, you take your time. That's all we're waiting for now. And then the sort of raise is connecting and should be offloaded very shortly. Cool, right, start. Be quick. We're behind schedule because of you now. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is KLM Flight 1010 from London Heathrow to Amsterdam Schipol. Just in the final stage training aircraft, just waiting for the forward baggage holds to be loaded, and once that's all good to go, we shall be ready to push some starts into our departure. Clear skies on the flight today, few clouds reported at Heathrow. We should clear up as we head over to Amsterdam with our departure, weather around 70 centigrade, arriving into nice and warm 19. We again thank you for KLM today. If you have any questions, feel free to camera on board. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy this 40-minute flight into the Netherlands. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's let PackX catch up. Hold shift and change the headings. Good. Okay, so I presume that jumps between like hundreds and thousands for each unit, or tens and thousands respectively. Come on, PackX. And now you finished listening. Your Qantas 756, very nice. Good luck with your flights. So, aircraft's all good to go. I activated fuel pumps because we are getting ready for the engine start up. So, all we're waiting for now is for that. Once that's finished, we'll be ready for pushing starts. Routing's all done, departure's all done, calculator's all done, everything's done, just the forward baggage to load. Just confirm the we're running APU now, can we? Yes, we are. So, APU switch, APU bleed on. We can disconnect the ground power carts. That's all removed. That's all removed. Just confirm there's no stairs inside. Nope, jet bridge moving away as well. Thank you very much. So all that's left is just the forward loaders.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 1010 with service to Amsterdam. Our flight time will be roughly 50 minutes.
Oh yes, in the squawk 6026. Cheers. Forgot about that. 6026.
If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew secure doors for departure.
VHF on as well, so it's going to show an error data message. That's all fine, that's all fine. I don't need any lighting saying that because are required. All of our removable flight tags have been removed. Can lock door if we need to as well. Okay, flight deck doors now been locked. Come on, ground handlers, get the pace up. Just waiting on you now. Just waiting on you. I can also pre-plan the pushback as well, so we can get that all into position. Pushback facing south from a 27 left, so I get that into the position. Probably get tugging connected as well, just while we wait. So we'll bring you back to you. Spin to the right. And just bring it back beyond the taxiway, just in case you get any options for change as well. So I said we can get the tug connected, since that won't affect the baggage loading. We've also got park brakes set. Go on then, request the pushback, get that all connected.
This is ground, stand by.
Yeah, you can see the animations of the pushback tug there. They managed to get the wheels to spin. The rims they forgot about entirely. Oh boy, 10 game ground had to go well. Reese went on strike because of the low wages and high workloads. And that. Really? To be fair, actually I don't know. Is he KLM? I don't know if he's KLM or another one. But I actually know a baggage handler. Actually, one of Rose's channels is a baggage handler at Amsterdam Schipol. I can't remember which airline he operates for. I don't know if he's KLM or kind of just a general handler.
Brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Alright, so tug's connected. AP fuel switch not
We are cleared
on.
for start and push.
Is it not?
Okay, cleared for push start.
AP address is active. AP bleed's active. AP fuel. Yes, if there was an AP fuel switch, Maruthi. At least it was the the right hand side ones that are active. Oh no, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure there's no AP fuel switch in the air.
Please release parking brake.
7.3, right, that's all done, disconnected. We can remove the chocks down the parking brake, and we can return you to the menu, FMC, legs, let's get going. KLM 1010, 713, correction, stand 317 is ready for push start.
KLM 1010, push start approved facing south.
Push start approved facing south, KLM 1010. Right, park brake release.
KLM 1010, just confirm squawk 6206.
Push back. You can start the engines in sequence. Yeah, we'll start in the sequence.
Squawk 6206, KLM 1010. The wrong way around, yes. That goes there, and that goes there. Right, we're pushing back. Going to turn off the packs. And engine to ground. Monitor the N2. That hits 24, and then starts the fuel switch. Engine 2 fuel flow starts. I'm monitoring the fuel flow and the exhaust temperature, which again seems a little bit on the higher side, that 100 degrees outside. I tend to disagree with, we'll let it start up. I'm enjoying it, Barracuda. Systems wise, very good. Yeah, the aircraft's it's well put together. The physics are a little bit off, I find, but everything else really, really well done. It's a good aircraft. Wouldn't mind seeing it a little less sensitive on the controls. Everything else pretty Good indeed, I like it. Right, engine 2, good start up. Engine 1 starts. Let's go on to the N2. It's around 24. Engine 1 fuel flow starts. There we go, ground also just Toolbar Pushback, thank you very much. I think I've got something connected on the ground side of things to the aircraft still. Just double check ground services, GPU card, if that's sort of connecting still. No, where are you?
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Something connected to the aircraft. Oh, it's forward loading, never removed itself. Really? Ground services.
You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Clear it to disconnect. See you
The
at
carts are
the
departing.
Have a
Apparently
good
the
flight.
loader's still held
Holding
there.
position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
I hope it moves itself soon. Hold position for a second while it sorts itself out. There's the cart's going. While we wait, we'll do the flight control checks. No flight control. Check the hydraulics. Is that not normally how you get the flight services come up? I could be wrong. Make sure it's just system page. Fair enough. Let's check the controls are currently freehand. Flight time about 45 minutes until the chocks get to leave, really? And now it's engine inhibited. I don't have to tell the engines to get this thing to move. So why is it still moving? Just go away. And I did forward carts, are they? When you shut the engines off to get this thing to disappear. Ah, there you go, it's moving. Right, okay, that's fine, that's fine. It's gone. Okay, we're good to go. We are good to go. Right, flaps down to 5. KLM 1010 is ready to taxi.
KLM 1010, taxi on point November Bravo 327 left via Foxtrot, Bravo and Lima QNH 1019.
Taxi to holding points November Bravo 3, runway 27 left via Foxtrot, Bravo and Lima. KLM 1010, QNH 1019 up. Let's grab the Ground Chancellor Heathrow. Foxtrot. Bravo. So on Foxtrot, left onto Bravo, and then Lima onto November 3, that's fine. Brake release. Increase throttle. Got up a shutter. N140 before it starts moving. But once you've got motion, you can then relax quite nicely. Also brake set to eject takeoff. I should distinguish. Also space the LNAV and VNAV. Flight directors active. Hold position, get it on. Perfect. cool. Apart from a baggage loader driving along the aircraft, we are good to go. We are behind schedule now. Expected departure was 2 minutes ago, so we need to pick up the pace now. But for the most part, not looking too bad. Need to make a left on to Bravo. Welcome, Aaron. How you doing? Channel. Welcome to chats. How you doing today, dude? Hope you're keeping alright. Looking down Bravo. Good taxi on the front of Terminal 2 here at Heathrow. One of these stands here. I think it was one of the end stands here. I've actually departed from with Logan Air up to Durham Tees. One of the many domestic flights I've done in the UK, because apparently they're actually quite well readily available domestic flights in the UK. This is the iniScene Heathrow. This is the payware Heathrow by iniBuilds. I like it. A little bit frame rate heavy, but give it a chance. It's not too bad. So we've got link 30 to our right, next up is Kilo, and then Nemo. So once you approach the low key hold point, we're good to go. So Kilo. California. Yeah, we're doing Ryanair taxi speed. Trust me, Ryanair's don't taxi at 20 knots.
Surface winds 25 degrees at 11 knots, gusting 22 knots, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, KLM 1010. So yeah, gusting 22 knots. It's going to be a bumpy takeoff this. Cabin crew, seats for departure please, seats for departure. Doing things I should have done with the stand. Right, transponder sets. And that goes up. Right, we are ready for takeoff. Not on the auto throttles. Can't tell view pouch. I do need the speeds for takeoff. Right, start the chrono. Spoil the engines to 40. Engines 1, 2 stable. And 1 sets. Knots. V1 rotates. Gear up. Follow the flight director. So the frame rate at Heathrow, never been the best in the world. That's because the iniScene scenery is just very, very detailed. If they could get like another version of it just with slightly less fidelity, that'd be quite handy for quite a few people. Off Unicom 122 for KLM 1010. Thank you for the service. Take care and goodbye. Right, that's 2-1. Engage the autopilots, let the aircraft take control. And flaps up. There we go. KLM 1010 is airborne. Next destination, Amsterdam Schipol. We'll activate the traffic radar on this side. We'll put the terrain on that side. We can monitor both the ground and the aircraft around us. We'll limit it to 250 knots. Since we're out of active ATC control now, we can increase the altitude to level 290, sharp cruising altitude. And also use altitude intervention just to skip the next few altitude holds. So 6060 should now push you to perfect. So continue climb through 6000, send that into sets. Now you have it. Also, figure out what the freezing was. In last stream, everything sim would freeze. There's actually Volanta causing that. The autosave on Volanta, the Sentinel didn't like, and actually conflict with each other. So I've turned off autosave, which is good in that it stops freezing. Bad in that if sim crashes, we've got no hope basically to recover the flight. But yes, of all the things, it was actually the autosaves that was causing the freezing. It resets the auto brake. So put the gear into the locked position. Yes, California, you can press the slash key, and I'll use spoilers all the way. So, slash key. Passing 10,000 feet, let the lights off. Oh yeah, the wing view definitely deserves a screenshot. Again, it's just such a beauty of a sim this.
Now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep but fasten while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi.
Is $7,700 worth the purchase? You think getting it? Also give it a good word. Cheers, James. Is it worth the purchase? Depends how much you'll fly the 73700. I mean, the next aircraft release will be the 600, followed by the 800. The 800 is without a doubt the most popular of the 77 family, and so the 800 would be the, I guess, the best bet. 700, again, it sees a few sales. It's mainly operating out in America, but you get a few European flights with it as well. So JetTime, KLM operate it. A couple of North African airlines as well fly them into Europe. So places like I think is Algeria operate a few of these as well. So yeah, there's a few options. Level should be, yep, level 290. TUI is what, yes, TUI operate a few 700s, TUI in Germany operate a few of them. So you get some European operation, it's just not, does it say 26 on the flight plan? Is it? It says 29 here for me. The same flight plan from Simbrief. Filed today, 12th of May. Have a look. fpl.iva.aero. What have I filed? What have I filed? How do you edit flight plans in a new system? Upcoming flight plans, there we go, right, edit. Yeah, level 290. How peculiar. Alright, kill the seatbelt sign. Keep pressing the runes back. WebEye disagrees. Let's have a look at WebEye. Plans 290.
You can knock it up and move around the cabin. However, we
Unless there's a mismatch in the system somewhere. It's 290 for me everywhere I go. Very odd. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly do these screenshots of Volanta. I've got 5 so far, I need to stick onto that. And while we're doing that, we'll go through the passenger list, have the itinerary is on board the airplane today, and yeah, I guess just go through the flight so far. We need to also configure our approach and landing, since again it's only a short little hop this, so we'll be approaching Schipol sooner than we think. Let's have a look. Alright, go through our passenger names. If you recognise anyone, give us a shout, otherwise let's have a quick look through the cabin. Oh yeah, still on Heathrow. Go away, Heathrow. No one so far. Nope, absolutely no one today. And 3x3 heating, missing seat by the opening exits. This is more the Southwest Airlines layout than anything else. This is kind of Southwest Airlines 77700 layouts. Some European operators have the seat there, some don't. It depends on who you fly with, really. But yeah, for the most part, pretty standard cabin. Probably collecting more galleys there, I'm leaving empty. In the rear, just toilet, cabin crew, galley. But some new aircraft also have the toilets in the rear as well. So remove these shots for seating and then just stuck toilet at the back. I've got a master caution lights. It's telling me, well, nothing actually. I presume it's going to want me to plug in destination data, so we'll do that now, I guess. Let's have a look at the arrival info into Schipol. Right, so expecting runway 27 on the Redford 1 Alpha approach. Grab the charts. What I forgot was the PAX, the passenger oxygen system. See, they're all perfect. What village pins has to hide you can flip down? All of them. If you go down to the aircraft's FS action settings, so under so FS should be under the PMDG setup, the aircraft equipment, be under the HGS. Try and find it. There you go, HGS installed. So if you click on yes, what you get is the heads-up display, which you can then click to bring down somewhere. Where is it? There we go. There you have it, heads-up display in your 737. So that links to a projector, which is back here. That's the projector for the heads-up display. That shines the basically your primary flight display settings onto your screen in front of you. You can position yourself to get it exactly in the right position, which is why you need to line yourself with the screen properly. There we go. So yeah, the aircraft does have heads-up display, but in this particular aircraft, we do not have it installed. Alright, so what was I doing? So get rid of all the charts for Heathrow, don't use any more, go away. That can go away. We'll use the from here, I guess, so Red for 1 Alpha, show charts and pin it. There'll be runway 27 approach. Coming in from the east, so going a long way around, but what are the winds Amsterdam actually at the moment? That'd be a good question to ask, because if we try and get ourselves onto one of the long runways instead, that's fine. Yeah, okay, 260 to 12 knots, yeah, we're doing 27, that's a guarantee. So, pretty standard approach, nothing too long. To be fair, land 27 side gets us quicker onto the stands as well for arrival. So that all plugged in. So arrival, ILS 27 on the Red Far 1 Alpha. transition point will be Sugol. Do we have Sugol? Yes, we do. Execute that, head to legs, and just quickly go through flight plan to check all of our waypoints step by step. So step, 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 step. We'll get rid of, what's called that? Sierra Papa Lima. Get rid of you, don't fly over the airfield, so deletes that. Mike 260, that goes there. So in theory, that should just straighten out the approach slightly. So we can get rid of Sierra Papa Lima, go straight to Alpha Mike 260, which is the dotted line there. That follows the wrong way around, into the glide path, and then down the glide slope to land. Perfect. So that's our approach completed. Top percent will be completed to the map as well. So there's a couple of fixes. So fixes. Link that to the runway at Amsterdam. So 290 times 3 will be so it's 246, 1927. So it'll be 87 slash 87 miles, slash 10 miles, and slash 4 miles. Should mark top percent near to, okay, that's fine. Try slash 97 if we need to. Basic maths failing me. Right, that's fine. So that's all set. Approach is also configured. And we'll do the frequency and stuff when we get closer towards the airport. Right, so far so good. So I'm not a pro at 737, but big shout out to Hubby G, Gary Hubbard, for giving me loads of tips and tricks with the airplane just to keep it up and running. Uh, 5577, press the fix button to get to the next page. Have a look. Fix, next page. Oh yeah, so you can draw multiple fixes in the aircraft. So for now, we need runway 27. You can also do the destination page forecast. We do our winds. Essentially, what I'm going to plug in now here is the wind at our top of descent, 290, and 20,000 feet and then 10,000 feet on the way down. So descent 2010 and then 290 for our kind top of descents. So level 290, which is 284.77. Sorry, 248.77. Level 200. Messages. It will do 200 knots at Sugol. I know it will. Just to calculate it. 252.37 and 10,000. 261.030. It's gonna moan at me for a little while about this Sugol wind. Sugol speed, but we'll be able to calculate. There you go. You calculated it. 256, 256. If you tell me you can't slow down by 6 knots in 20 miles, you've got a problem, 737. Cool, that's all configured. All good to go. Yes, I remember Jared Reed. He's our 747 passenger when we flew the Korean flight. Everybody remembers Jared, don't you worry. Everybody remembers Jared. Right, so approaching our top percent now. Reset the MTP altitude to 2,000 feet. 2,000? What's the intercept for the glide slope? That's Schipol. Yeah, 2,000 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick updates from the flight deck. We're just about to hit our top percent and we'll shortly be arriving at Amsterdam Schipol. Taking a runway 27 approach, so coming in from the east side, so going to fly around the airport. We should add a few extra minutes of flight time, but not too much. It does, however, give us a short taxi time and get a quicker arrival into the stand. Hope you enjoyed the flight so far. Once again, if you have any questions, speak to cabin crew. Please use the toilets now, as very shortly we will be preparing the aircraft for landing and it will be locked. So, heads up, now top descent, and we'll be shortly preparing ourselves for landing. Thank you. Skip out so much, yes, and highlights. Yeah, passenger a little bit a little bit out, but they don't know that. We managed to recover it through the use of magic and slew mode. I said you have auto to auto. So that's it auto automatically? Yeah. Oh, open, there you go, auto. Sim freeze sometimes, Esteban. Well, depends really on what you're doing. There could be a mod incompatibility. There could be a few other issues. I'm afraid I can say without seeing the sim itself. So right now we're about 35 feet below where we need to be right now, which is pretty much bang where we need to be. So this here basically it's like the glide slope altitude indicator. So basically, like this here, which tells you if you're too high or too low. Let's say if you're too high or too low on descent at the moment. So at the moment we're 30 feet below where we need to be right now, which is nothing. But basically using this to monitor your rate of descent and your altitude at your current locations. So red for me be at flight level 230 or below. We're going to cross out of any problems. No issues there. 700, performing very, very well so far. Also, don't forget Amsterdam Schipol has got all the fancy scenery with all the Drawyah logos everywhere, as well as other YouTubers. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. So it's freeware scenery that enhances the deluxe Amsterdam, and all of a sudden I get comments from somewhere like, "Hey, you know the scenery has your name on it?" And it's like, hang on a minute, really? Yeah, next I know, Amsterdam Schipol, a couple of the billboards around the car park area have Watch Drawyah on it. So yeah, when we land, we'll look at that again, but I think it's fantastic. Totally unexpected, totally unplanned, but yeah, there it was. Go watch Drawyah at Amsterdam Schipol. Few more screenshots to stick onto Volanta, so we do that now while we're waiting for the approach. Alright, let's grab the frequencies from runway 27, so it's heading 266, nice and simple. 266 and the frequency 111.55 111.55. So all configured, head over to initialization, 30 degrees of flaps, approach speed 131, so landing speed 131 plus VRF 5. So 1155, 266, perfect. So that confirms that we are currently approaching runway 27. Still got 27. Cool. We are in the golden. Continental 210, still slightly below where we need to be, which is good. Aircraft can change that so when we start with the flaps. For us, it's being a bit lower at this point, so even if it's like 30-40 feet, it's just more insurance, especially when the flaps need to be deployed. No need to stick any waypoints, no need to jump ahead anywhere, everything is pretty good. I will fly once again, James, don't you worry. I definitely will fly once again, although I think Virgin Australia operate 700s, don't they? So actually there's a good chance I'll be doing Virgin Australia at some point soon. And fly from Will Rogers to San Francisco. Might have to fly to crash for 6 hours. Ouch. That's painful, that. Painful. PC hardware, it's in the description, no up. Does my VATSIM affect performance? No. So I use IVAO and I find no FPS drop with IVAO installed. So yeah, VATSIM, IVAO, those kind of systems shouldn't really affect your FPS by too much. Little to none, little to none. Honestly, you have no idea how good it is just to have a 77 Microsoft Flight Sim. I've been waiting a long time for this. Yes, only a 700, but it's more than I was expecting for a long time. It's just so nice. So nice. There we go, me and my co-pilot in the front there. I've had a few people request PMDG send through tutorials. I need to get the time to do them, but if people want them, I definitely try and get something done. It just comes down to time, really. I have time to do it. Passing 13,000 feet. So we'll be landing in a few minutes, not too long to go now until we get to Amsterdam. How do you make our thumbnails for Volanta? They're X-Plane thumbnails, Misty. Did you not? If I go to my X-Plane folder, Games, X-Plane 11, Aircraft, so here you go. 77400, liveries, pick out, so it's KLM, I guess. There you go. This is the icon for the X-Plane aircraft. So all I do is I go to X-Plane, I find an aircraft, and I'll just use that. So let's go to this Air Baltic one, there you go, Air Baltic A220, there's your icon. Let's go to, I don't know, 7800, livery, so I have KLM on this, actually I think I do, there you go, KLM, icon 4K, there you go, KLM 737-800, so all that is, all that is. What does the N1 button do, Dave? N1 is the optimum fuel outputs based on the FMS configuration, stuff like that. Something to do with optimum thrusts in a certain situation. Okay, H1018, let me send that to now since we are plenty good to go. See now that all of a sudden set the altitudes with the QNH 1018. All of a sudden, that's slightly above what we need to be, so the aircraft will pitch nose down slightly, reduce the throttle, and get that aircraft down just to keep it going on the required altitude needs. What's the difference between gear up and gear off? So, in the 737, you have three positions. Gear down, which is self-explanatory. Gear up, which is raise the gear, hydraulic system active. And the gear off position, what it will do, essentially, all the hydraulic fluid that uses to raise and lower the gear, it removes the hydraulics from the system. So the gears are now basically dead, they can't be moved. So gear up is hydraulics used to raise the gear, and gear off is to remove the hydraulics and just have the gear frozen in place. And so that's really the difference. One has hydraulics in the system, one has no hydraulics in the system. One can be activated, the other one is essentially dead. Yes, Phoenix 320, also just around the corner. Again, release date sooner than I thought anyone expected, but it's good to have a CEO in Microsoft Flight Sim. I won't give a Flyby just yet. Flyby, still absolutely adore those guys, so I'll still use their aircraft for certain. I mean, in fact, I'm flying an A320 Neo in real life. Well, my next flight will be in a Dragon Rapide. Then it's a A320 CEO, Lauda Motion, or Ryanair Lauda. Then it's a 77800 Ryanair. Then it's an A320 Neo, British Airways. So certainly with the upcoming flights, got to use that. Right, seatbelts back on again. Passengers, please be seated for landing. No, IVAO. Again, that's in an IVAO. The whole point of using them is for ATC. You could join as an observer, but it defeats the whole point of actually then using them. Nearly there, nearly there. Flight time, Jivan, about 45 minutes today. It's only a 45-minute flight, this one. We land very soon. Space arrival at the bottom there, 15 minutes. We've got an estimated arrival, which is 11:07 Zulu. I'll let you do the maths for that one. Welcome, Mate. How are you doing? Channel chats. I have flown the Salty 747 Red Star. Whenever I fly 747 Microsoft Flight Sim, I always use Salty Mod. Always use Salty Mod. A little bit of turbulence there. A little bit of kick. Aeroplane will manage that. Common routes flying on the 700 version Australia's Townsville to Brisbane. Yeah, I can add that to the list. I said, next few weeks on this channel will be dominated by 737s, so don't you worry. If you like 737s, this is the place to be now. We'll do some A320 flights, of course. We'll do an MD-18 and a BAE 146 some point as well, because there's still new aircraft, the MD-18 BAE, so it's still got a bit of interest. But 737, definitely the king at the moment. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes. So just like the cabin crew, that we are now ready for our approach. Runway 27 at Amsterdam PSV 27 landing at today. Yes, using the Honeywell MTB in this flight today. So we use Collins on the jet time flights. This aircraft in particular, it's quite an old one. Is a Bravo Golf, quite an old one. So I believe it has got the original Collins units installed in its system. 10,000 feet, landing lights on. So actually, we're a little bit ahead of schedule right now. We've got 30 minutes expected arrival. We've got 10. Let's have a look. Progress. Landing at 11:16. Okay, no, tell a lie. We are a tiny bit behind schedule. 16. 40-minute session. Yeah, a minute and a half behind. A minute and a half behind. I know, Red Star. I had a ticket to fly a Boeing 747 British Airways, New York, and COVID happened. The flight was cancelled, and the aircraft got retired. Should have flown 747, I never did. That's my... If I never fly 747 in my lifetime, that's my one big regret. Not flying it earlier, pretty much. I should have flown it, could have flown it, never flown it. In fact, I've never flown a widebody before. My very first widebody flight will be an A350 from Helsinki to London Heathrow. Yep, 3 hours for widebody flights. But it's mainly a cargo operation flight rather than anything else. That's why they use a bigger aircraft, Finnair. But yes, my first widebody will be a Finnair 350 from Helsinki to Heathrow, 3.5 hours. I've not been on 777. I should have been on 777. Flights in. Oh, do you live in Finland? Do you? Just content. Moi, mitä kuuluu? I'm going to Finland in July. I've been there 2 times already. Absolutely love it out there. Love Volanta. Absolutely beautiful city. Yeah, so I've been. I was going to say, I should have been on 777 and 74. Should have, but then COVID happened and they were cancelled, so I never got to do it in the end. Which is a shame. Which is a shame. So I'm going to do speed-wise. Comes down to 2. Yeah, that's fine. Leave on the approach reference page for the sake of my views. We can reset that as all we need as well. So, yeah, 1 knot change, but nothing problematic. Cool. So we'll continue with our approach. That's what we'll do. So I'll use speed intervention, just boost up to 250. Don't really need to reduce it to 24 just yet. We're flying over the Haarlem region of Amsterdam. Basically going to fly around the airport and come in from the east. So it'll be a slightly tight right-hand turn on the end of the glide slope, but nothing the aircraft won't be able to manage. And you're at 10 times, and lucky you, lucky you. I think my brother had a flight as well. He was going to do the 747 on a domestic flight during one of the 100-year celebrations, but again, that's cancelled due to environmental complaints. Yes, live weather, Brandon. We are using live weather. Live weather, live time. Visually, this sim's always been fascinating. It really has. In real life, you are right, digital content, you are right. I mean, look at that. It's a beauty. It really, really is. Flying over Mulden, which is where you get the ferry to Newcastle. Very nice. Do I say I mean, I've never been on a 350 or a 787 unknown, so I couldn't say. I'll be on an A350 later this year. 787 I have to figure out if I can get one as well at some point. But once I've been on them, I'll be sure to tell you. Now over the photogram strip of Amsterdam. Schipol Airport. Yeah, so I've been on 1001, so the flight from Helsinki to Gatwick with jet time. Lovely little aircrafts, jet time, can't complain. The only negative is that it was a Norwegian Airlines flight, which would have had free Wi-Fi and lots of other fancy stuff as well. But because the flight was not operated by Norwegian, it was operated by jet time, we lost all the free Wi-Fi and amenities. But I can't complain, it was a good little flight. I enjoyed my Burger King. Yeah, picked up a Burger King at the departure lounge of Helsinki Volanta, and yeah, just ate that. $1,000 round trip. Ouch. That ain't cheap. That really ain't cheap. Right. A second, we're going to reduce our speed down to 200 knots. Getting into the 10-mile mark for the approach into Schipol. Right, 200 knots. Let the aircraft lead off its speed naturally while it makes the right hand turn. You need to use spoilers, you can use spoilers to assist, but I don't think they're going to be required. Technically braking to level 2, so get runway nice and quickly for the stands. That's 1. That's 2. And flaps 5. So let the aircraft line itself up to the runway on the LNAV, so that'd be more accurate than just sticking it onto the localizer straight away. I will start flight control replay, get that up and running. Sim will freeze for a second. Some aircraft does that with functional replay, just needs to load. CRJ as well does it. The Aerosoft CRJ is another one where you load the replay, it just freezes for a second, nothing biggie. I won't arm spoilers just yet, know what, just in case I need to slow the airplane down a bit further, but I will arm spoilers once we are ready to, well, on configuration for the approach. Making the right hand turn now, gets us onto the localizer. Localizer armed. Very short, the approach rate will be armed as well, due speed to 180 knots. Runways in sights. That's 10. Gear down. And approach mode armed. Reduce speed to 135 knots, be on the approach speed today. KLM 1010 fully established, runway 27. Nope, trim's automatic in this aircraft, Martin. There's nothing you need to do with it. So flaps 30. Right, take manual control of the throttle. Spoilers armed. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Gear down, 3 greens, spoilers armed, flaps set, brakes set, cabin secure. We have the runway, and check is complete.
500.
Autopilot deactivate, under control. A little bit gusty, a little bit windy, nothing we can't handle. PACX speech thing, yo, PACX.
Glide slow. Glide slow. 20. 10.
Reverse sets. $100 knots. Versus cuts. Vacate runway, just to the left. Now have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amsterdam. The local time is 1:15 p.m. and it's currently about 70 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight.
Spoilers down,
Thank you for flying with
flaps
us.
up. Resets the brakes. And APU, we can start. And lights off. Stop clock as well, so it's a 45-minute flight pretty much on the nose. 31 seconds behind schedule. We were quite late at Heathrow, so I'll definitely take that. I want to go for better CPU like the Ryzen 7 because we actually had this one available in the house somewhere. I just found it. Next upgrade will be a CPU, and I will spend money on it. No, not the settings. PSV. I am using the Light Bloom, but no, this is just a modded Schipol, and yeah, that's about it really. Nothing fancy. welcome back, little KLM aircraft. It's back to your home. That there, that's one of the Drawyah adverts. So we'll have a look at the Drawyah adverts when we get to stand, because the best part of the scenery is the Drawyah adverts. As for our taxi, you've got to go all the way around the Alpha now, all the way around to get to about this section here. Park up to the stand at the end. So we've got a bit of a taxi ahead of us. Amsterdam's definitely the killer when it comes to leaving runway to stand. Could be worse. Could land on the runway 18 right. And that, sorry, 18 right, and that would send us all the way around. I know, because yesterday I did that. Yesterday's flight in the KLM aircraft, just testing it, was this one, 032. And that... Oh, did I do something? Did I leave... hang on. That's today's flight. Okay, that's yesterday's flight, yeah. Landed, a bit of a heavy touchdown, but hey ho. Let's see all the way around into stand. So that's our flight now, that one. So it's lighter from the cockpit and outside, where you can actually see the clouds. Yeah, that comes down to the light blue in the sides of the window, kind of where your eye points. If I look up, it changes slightly. See, it's more of a cloud, I guess, but it really depends on your viewpoints. Okay, turn off the traffic and the terrain radars. Turn off the flight directors. All the VORs are on by default, so they can come off. AP is available, AP generators on, AP bleed on. Is Sentinel for your favourite planes flying sim right now? Absolutely, Springbok. Absolutely. I adore this aircraft and I will be flying it non-stop for the next couple of months. So I love my 7.3s, and this is just nice thing to have finally. A little sensitive, definitely needs a little bit of tweaking the flight dynamics, but it's a 737, what more do you want really? Yeah, don't get any just yet, so we have got a replayed landing, so if you want to see the landing from the passenger perspective, then stick around a bit longer and you can enjoy that view, I guess. We have got landing from the passenger's point of view. I'm just going to go right down Alpha 4 West. You parked those a bit close to the taxiway, didn't you? Clear the wing easy, but a bit close there, ground crew. Your service position late, so right, taxi lights off, I'm going to find the ground crews. I'll take this stand just here to the left. Our position, parking brake sets. Already on the APU, so we can go straight to the engines. Shut them down. Seatbelt signs off. And packs off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amsterdam Schipol. Local time right now is approximately 20 past 1. Temperature outside nice and warm, 19 centigrade. With clear skies all round. We thank you for flying KLM. Hope you enjoyed your flight on board with us today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, descend doors and cross check please. Thank you very much for flying with us today. There you have it. To Amsterdam. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that flight. Like I say, slightly learning the systems, the 737, but it's all coming together. And yeah, it's definitely becoming easier to fly. The more you do it, the more you eventually learn the systems. So I'm enjoying this. It's gonna find one of the fancy Drawyah adverts. There's Pilot Stud, along with British Av Geek. The EasyJet adverts. Oh, well, where's all the Drawyah ones? Sort of the there we go. There's been a long time on these ones. You've got KLM Virtual, EasyJet Virtual, and around the other side will be the Drawyah one. And more. Come on, camera. I'm on drone cam. Oh, sorry, hang on. Okay, which one's the Drawyah one? Well, there is one there we go, that's the one. There it is. Drawyah. Simulation Transport Flight. Watch on Twitch and YouTube. There we go. So it's freeware scenery, but basically, in order to throw adverts into the airports, they chose to use YouTubers and virtual airlines as opposed to EasyJet's in part as well. Very good. Worth a watch, actually. He has very good stuff for the A320. But, yeah, really good scenery. That's the of course the best bit. There's a few of these. There's 3 or 4 Drawyah adverts dotted around. Definitely worth a look. The jet bridge not connected to the aeroplane. Let's try it one more time, shall we? Jetway. There we go. Oh, is that it? Connecting. Oh, that's miles away from the door. Come on. Come on. Let's go to the end of the flight report. I won't go off the APU just yet because we need to get the 8-1. The APU's running for the flaps working a replay. And flight block course KLM 1010, 77 from London to Amsterdam, 44-minute flight time, plan departure forward flight 31, plan arrival 14, arrived at 15, passengers 135, 94 satisfaction, landing rate 160, and about time 1 hour and 2 minutes. Overall, positive from the cabin, all looking good. I'll drop the flight reports in chat, those who want to take more detail. We'll disconnect from, we'll finish recording the replay first, that's always a good start. Going to disconnect from IVAO, thank you for the service today. As of Heathrow, much appreciated. Volanta's no longer recording, that's fine. Right, all that's left is to load and replay. So, 77 in Amsterdam, let's get on that. We are on multiplayer in the sense that this is IVAO multiplayer. It's not default multiplayer, this is all modded and fancy. Right, press down replay and wait for it to load into the sim. So 77 replay, FlightControlReplay, they are compatible, just a little bit slow on occasion. But once it's all up and running, it's usually pretty good. There we go. Right, start off with the left-hand side view. Right, final approach from the right. So you can the city centre itself to our north. Trees and lakes just below. Got to remember the airport itself is actually 5 feet below sea level, so it's a very, very low airport. This. Short final. Minor adjustments to keep the aircraft steady in the wind, and over the thresholds, And touchdown. Yeah, that was good landing that. Can't fault it. Really can't fault that. Lee from Pittsburgh, USA, very good. What channel to chats? Just the power switch is messing around. Come on, airplane. There we go. Right, so that's landing from the left-hand side. I'll do the same. Sorry, that was landing from the right. So I'll do landing from the left. Again, I'm looking at the scenery. I'm looking at the wing of the KLM airplane. This is this is gorgeous. It really is. So it's been a long time coming, Essential 7 Flight Sim. It's really nice to have it finally. Really nice to have it. I enjoyed this flight TKC. I enjoyed it. It was a good trip. No complaints. Everything went smooth. Air 100 coming out in September, Nicholas. Comes out in September. And there we have it. Kiss the ground. Touchdown. Yeah, I think this was going to work in the AP mode, so that's fine. Yeah, that was really good that. Let's do a landing gear view. Let's take it into the drone cam. Behind the aeroplane. Spoilers all working now, just not for the replays. Just for the replays not working. Sure, finally. See, it's not exactly a flat runway now. This is a bit of a pumpy roller coaster runway. That. There's your touchdown. And there's the nose gear. Go back up and back down again. Swing it up and down, up and down. Do I prefer Magnite or MSFS 787? Probably the Magnite TKC. Probably the Magnite out of those two. Let's do one more replay, this time from the touchdown zone. So get the drone cam to unfollow. So the airplane 300 feet above. Click on play and push ourselves to the side. So one last view, this time from the aircraft approaching on the runway. So short final in the 73700s. So far so good, nice and smooth. There's a shadow of the trees. There you have it. 700 landing at Amsterdam Schipol. Beautifully. think that's it. Yeah, yeah. There we have it. What's more to say, really? What's more to say? Good flight, good aircraft. Really, really enjoying this one. So yeah, that brings us into our flight today. Trying to do the flight tomorrow. Trying to do flights either in Australia or America. So probably Southwest Islands or Virgin Australia. We'll figure out. Depends on time as well, the time of day I do it. But that's time for tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. Again, the more I fly this airplane, the more I fall in love with it. I still need to figure out some of the frame rate issues at Heathrow and Gatwick. That I'll figure out in time. So it's annoying frame rate problems there, but at the end of the day, it does happen. So I need to figure it out a solution. But yeah, that's enough flight today. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. Tutorial F we'll do at some point. Like I say, I need to get time to do tutorial, but if we get time to do it, we'll definitely do one. Of course, it'll be classic Heathrow to Helsinki, because what Drawyah tutorial doesn't include that flight? But yeah, like I say, really enjoyed this flight. Overall, can't complain. So yeah, just take care of yourselves. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon for some more flights in action. Take care, and bye bye.